fantasy baseball prep season is finally here, as pitchers and catchers report in under 2 weeks. My first video for this season is going to be the top 30 players in my rankings that I would draft this year. So it's in order from 1 to 30, and let's get right into it. Here's a slide of the top 10. Number 1, 2, and 3 can be interchangeable, but I would still go Trout, Goldschmidt, Harper. Those three, you can't go wrong either way, so you'll be lucky to get a top 3 pick. Number 4 is when some of the debate comes in. Personally, I would go Giancarlo Stanton, just for the sure fact that he was on pace for a 55 home run season before he got injured last year. He would be right there with Harper if he finished that 55 home run season. So he's big power, he's got a good average, and he's going to drive in a lot of runs, so I like him there. Number 5, Donaldson, MVP last year, can't go wrong with him, and he's solid as a rock. 6, Kershaw. Now, I put Kershaw 6, but once again, I would shy away from getting a pitcher in the first round, just for the fact that you can get Max Scherzer or Chris Sale in the second round and still get a first round really, really good power hitter. So I would probably wait till the second or third round if you wanted to get an ace, but nonetheless, I would put Kershaw 6. Number 7 and 8 are very close. Nolan Arenado, Manny Machado. I put Arenado 7 because the guy had 130 RBIs last year. 130. I like Arenado a lot this year. He plays in Colorado, so he's going to hit a lot of home runs this year. And Manny Machado, very similar. He's going to run more than Arenado, but if you're in a Yahoo League, Machado is eligible at shortstop. So if he's eligible at shortstop, I would draft him probably right after Donaldson. I'd move him up to number 6 in my rankings, just because shortstop is such a poor position this year. So if you get Machado's numbers at short, I definitely like that production better. Numbers 9 and 10, Miguel Cabrera, Anthony Rendon, 2 phenomenal players, and you should expect good power. Now on to numbers 11 through 20. Now, once again, these guys are phenomenal talents, and there's not quite a drop-off yet. Andrew McCutchen, Carlos Correa coming in at 11 and 12, and Carlos Correa is the one wild card in the first round. Nobody knows where to draft him, because you've seen one half season of elite baseball, but obviously the sophomore slump could happen, and I would rather go with someone more distinguished who's had more of a track record, but Correa is also a solid pick. Behind him, Chris Bryant, Jose Bautista, A.J. Pollock, Jose Altuve. Once again, if you're in the back end of the first round or the beginning of the second round, you can get 2 very good players. Now, on number 17, I put Max Scherzer in. I actually have him ranked as my second starting pitcher this season. Ahead of Chris Sale, ahead of Jake Arrieta. I like him a lot, so if I were to get an elite pitcher, once again, I'd wait till the second round to get him. And then George Springer and Mookie Betts coming at 18 and 19. Very similar, and I expect very, very good breakout years for them. Springer, he was on pace for a great season, then he got hurt. And in his last 50 games, he hit .314, had a lot of power, stole some bases. So I could see a 30-30 season in the future. So I would draft Ty and Springer. And Mookie Betts, all-around solid contributor. A 25, 100 seasons, not that far off for him. And he's going to have a high average, and he's a 5-category guy. And then number 20, Encarnacion, you're going to get 35 home runs, 100 RBIs, but I just don't like him as much as, Miguel Cabrera or Anthony Rizzo, because he won't hit for a high average, and he won't score as many runs, but if you're looking for power, you got him there. Numbers 21 to 30 were a bit harder to debate, and I went with Chris Sale at 21 and his teammate Jose Berrios at 22. Chris Sale, I have my number 3 starting pitcher, and that's a very good value for him because he struck out about 280 batters last season. I was second to only Kershaw. Phenomenal numbers. 23, 24, 25. D. Gordon, Starling Marte, Joey Votto. Once again, a lot of depth and a lot of good players in the front rounds of this year's draft. Starling Marte is the second tier of outfielders that have a lot of depth, including J.D. Martinez, Ryan Braun, who I ranked 28 and 30th. These guys can give you maybe 25 home runs, 20 steals, and Martinez can give you 40 home runs. So, a lot of good talent in outfield. So, you don't have to spend a first-round pick on outfielders to get top-notch value. 26, I have Jake Arrieta. He had a phenomenal year last year, but his percentages are going to drop. He left about 86% of the guys who went on base and did not allow them to score. That's going to come down. And his strikeouts per 9 aren't the best in the league, so his numbers should come down back to earth, which is why I have him my 4th best pitcher. And at my 5th best pitcher, I have Jose Fernandez. Now, you probably think that's a surprise. He had Tommy John surgery. He's back now. He's healthy. And when healthy, this guy's top of the notch starting pitcher. He averages 11 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's the best by a far margin for any starting pitcher. So if he plays a full season, he's going to have a very low ERA and a ton of strikeouts. So I like him at number 5 starting pitcher and at number 27th overall. And then to round it out, we have 29, David Price, and 30, Ryan Braun. Overall, you can get great values in the first 3 rounds, and whatever strategy you pick, I would just go with at least one outfielder and at least one starting pitcher. So that's the top 30 overall, and good luck in your fantasy baseball seasons.